I started to realize that the agents were suitcase pimps. I started to realize that the agents had favorites. I started to learn that girls get shot out or within a year or two they get burnt out and companies no longer want to shoot them, and these are 18, 19, 20-year olds. I was 22 at the time when I entered the industry. I started to see a lot more of my friends die, commit suicide, murder, overdoses especially. I started to learn more about how agents didn't like if you took control of your own profession. Yeah, I learned that there's a lot of deception, there's a lot of exploitation. A lot of agents will offer one-on-ones in lieu of a scene because they still want to have sex with the girl, but they don't want to pay her to be on the website. And the dangling of the carrot, I just felt like I was always trying to reach for that string, but I could never get it. At that point, once I did Latina abuse, it opened up the door for a multitude of scenes that I was uncomfortable with. And so I was starting to do fetish work, bondage work, things that could be very dangerous with the wrong individual, especially if they're not professional. And so I started to put myself in dangerous situations and I started to utilize alcohol, especially alongside, stimulants to be exact, and that blurred my vision and also fueled me to continue going, and I knew at that point I could not escape this person that I had created. I started getting sloppy due to my addiction. I went with an agency that I had no knowledge of prior. They ended up not being the nicest people in the world. I escaped them, and they sought retribution, and I stopped escorting that day. I still did porn because I felt safe doing porn, especially with producers that I had shot with previously in the past. The last scene that I did, I think it was January 22nd, 2015, with Playboy TV. And we went to go do the sex scene, and he put on a wig. And I'd seen this producer several times already. So we were very familiar with one another. And I was like, "Why are you putting on that wig?" And it started to trigger me, traumatize me, make me think that he might be trying to do something malicious. So midway through the scene, I stopped and I said, "You know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm going to declare it today. I will never shoot another porn scene." So I knew then and there the exploitation was over and the healing journey needed to begin.